Welcome to the Compressor Guru. In today's episode, Bud, the Guru, does a preventative maintenance on a 2475 Ingersoll Rand air compressor at Ingram Cabinetry, LLC. Bob, the owner, is a longtime friend of Bud and Val, so there may be some good-natured ribbing in this episode. And now, the Compressor Guru.
Welcome to the Compressor Guru. Today we're going to do maintenance on a 5-horse Ingersoll 2475, and with us is Bob Ingram. He's the owner of Ingram Cabinets, and Bob and I've known each other probably 25 years, and he's one of my best buds. But you're here for a rare occurrence. Bob?
Yes.
This is a shame.
Yes, it is.
I sold this machine to you in the fall of '97 because I delivered it with a broken leg. I remember getting it here. Bob, there's two enemies, heat and dirt. And when you have dirt, you make extra heat. What's all over this machine?
Dirt.
What kind of dirt?
Dust. Wood dust.
Wood dust. Some people call it sawdust.
Yes.
So you do understand that every 6 months we are going to take, well, not we, because this is your machine. Get his face, because he's smiling. He shouldn't be smiling. I'm chewing him out.
Wait. Yes, Bud.
Okay,
Yes,
that's better.
Yes, Professor Guru.
Okay.
Sorry.
Anyway, so dirt and dust cause extra heat. Do you have any water problems here in the shop?
Absolutely.
Why? Because you got
dirt
hot
and
air.
heat. Yes.
Yeah. So I want you every month come over here with your blow gun and blow this machine off. I know what you're like. This guy's tight. He's not tight about everything, but certain things he's tight. And he doesn't want to buy a new machine. This machine should last him till he retires. And there's no reason to see this happen to this machine.
Wait, what year is this? 2020.
This is 2020.
And he's had it since 97.
Yes.
So it's,
There's no reason this machine won't last 10 more years with this shop.
wow. So these last a good long, what is that, an Ingersoll?
Yeah.
Ah.
Here, you'll be able to see that in a minute once we.
Really?
Dust.
So I'm gonna blow the dust off, but Bob, you're a bad boy.
Yes. Sorry. Sorry, Guru. Compressor Guru.
The compressor.
Yes.
This is your intercooler, Bob. And I'm just hitting it real light. If you keep this clean, the temperature of the air going into your high pressure valve will be cooler. If you don't keep this clean, you're going to burn your high pressure valves prematurely.
We gon' ride, we gon' ride, we gon' ride, we gon' ride tonight, we gon' ride.
Kickstands up, boots off the ground. On the interstate, hear that rumbling sound. All different bikes from all different nations, all different faiths, we all God's creations. Custom bikes with them custom trikes.
How do you drain your tank, Bob?
Look at the deer.
Chromed out choppers in them custom sport bikes. We riding for the good and we going through the hoods, passing out toys to all the girls and boys, praying for the ones who don't know the sun. Motorcycle ministries till Jesus come, feeling the wind blow, let's go. I'm on that Repsol rockin', and you know I'm reppin' for that G.O.D. riding with CMA. This ain't no part-time job, we saving souls like every day. Stopping by the Exxon to fill it up, and you know I'm putting cappuccino in my cup. Let's go.
We gon' ride, we gon' ride, we gon' ride, we gon' ride, we gon' ride tonight, we gon' ride.
So Bob, how often are you going to drain your tank from now on?
At least once a week.
Very good. Okay, how often are you going to blow this machine off?
Once a month.
Very good. You going to let it get like that again?
Never again, compressor guru.
Or what happens? I charge you double.
Yes.
Very good. I got that. We have a witness. Okay. Now I brought along a little postage scale that weighs in grams. Some people call it a drug scale, but I don't do drugs.
Right.
So we're going to weigh this filter because how long has it been since you changed your filter and changed your oil, Bob?
Probably a year.
Really?
Yeah, seriously.
Okay. Well, we're going to, Val, come on in here.
I think we started writing it down.
Oh, look at that lovely filter. Now I'm going to try to take it off.
I do blow that out.
Okay, this, come on over. And we have ourselves a lovely, lovely little scale. It's already set to grams. Why don't you turn the fan off, Bob? 140 grams. That's, want to hand that new one to me? And there's an identical filter. 116 grams.
115. Oh,
Okay.
14.
That's for the garbage, not to be blown out and reused again. Okay.
He goes, really? I think I can do it.
And I'm not tight, I'm frugal.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, we'll call it that.
So, I want to explain the way this machine is designed and one of the faux pas that Ingersoll did. This is an internally breathed machine, meaning there is no open atmosphere to the crankcase, which is a good thing because if you had a crankcase that was open with a normal breather with your kind of dust, you would be getting sawdust into the crankcase and contaminating your oil. And I've had Shane Industry had a 5120 Big Quincy that had that problem years ago. They're out of business now. This tube right here is a breather tube. And it goes from right here and it goes over top of the main seal of the main bearings. And when this is sucking air, it's getting atmosphere, and every time it rotates, this lets the crankcase breathe in and out with the pistons going up and down. It just turns into part of the intake on the compressor. When you want to make it look nice there. If this gets too clogged, what will happen is the seal is very close to the crankshaft in there, and that seal, if you plug this up so tight it can't get air, it'll pull all the air it can out of the crankcase through that tube, and the only place for the air to get into the crankcase is for the seal to pull in a little wee bit. And when you do that, it'll let some air in, but the rubber part of the seal will also touch a part of the crankshaft it's not supposed to touch. And then you'll start leaking oil down the crankshaft side. On the back side, you'll start leaking oil down the back side. You're going to call me and say, Bud, my compressor started leaking oil. And I'm going to tell you to change your filter, and then I'll come over, and it's going to take me probably $200 worth of labor and the overpriced seal because Ingersoll's the only one who moved that seal. And I'll fix your machine for a couple $100 because you didn't keep your air filter clean. Now what I need to hear from you is, yes, compressor guru.
Yes, compressor guru.
Okay. So, anyway, it's very important to keep that filter clean because it can ruin your main seal. Actually, I'm surprised it hasn't done it for how bad that was right there. So we're going to we already blew it off. I have my grease gun. We're going to give the motor 2 little pumps of grease on each bearing. Some motors have grease zerks, some don't. This one does. Motor's greased. You don't want to over grease the motor and blow the seals out of the bearings in the motor. And the last thing we have to do to furnace this is we're going to drop the oil out.
You've been a bad boy, Bob.
Yes, I have.
A bad boy.
I feel really ashamed.
Okay, so all that's left to do is change the oil. It's bled and blowed off. We drained the water out of the tank, and we're going to drain it the rest of the way down to zero because we do want to time it for you. But I'm going to drop the oil out. I got my patented
I see that.
oil drain on here.
Now,
And
can you purchase one of those from the Compressor Guru? Bud?
no, I have the patent on it, and I haven't set up manufacturing yet.
I believe that's a great value can.
Don't tell anybody.
It's got Colombian coffee. No, it had Colombian coffee,
Short as coffee.
which meant somebody else gave it to him because the Compressor Guru doesn't drink coffee.
Well, the oil looks nice.
Well, the oil and compressor usually looks nice. I'll say that again, but this heat got me though. The oil and compressor usually looks nice because there's no compression stroke like there is in an engine.
Oh, really?
And when you see dark oil out of an engine, that's because that's the soot that goes past the rings from the compression stroke.
Hey, Bailey, say hi. No, Bay, say hi. Tam, come say hi.
What is this?
This is the
Because this is the Compressor Guru.
installment of the Compressor Guru we're taking.
Oh, can we cut the her out?
So while Bob's taking care of something else, the compressor's just about done draining. It's down to a very small stream. I'm gonna put the plug back in it. Oh, for heaven's sake, babe.
I understand. I thought maybe it was just me at the last place. It was so incredibly hot in there that I just haven't felt quite the same.
So, open that up. Take the fill cap off. And every one of these caps on these 2475 say the same thing. Hand tighten only. Check oil, no wrench. Even if you put this in by hand, you end up having to use a wrench to get it out because they tighten up. We're going to put our oil in. Let me grab it.
Here's the old oil. And there's our fill place.
Hey, babe.
Now, but do you put your lips over that hole to blow all the excess oil out when you're finally done?
No, that's why I have you in. Okay, so without the peanut gallery, this is Ham's oil, compressor
Good
oil.
stuff.
This is the same weight as the T30 Select. And Ingersoll won't tell you what weight the T30 Select is, and it's actually a 20W20. And this shop...
We know that because
Huh?
this is a T30.
Yeah, well, T30 is the series. And they have their own synthetic oil that this is $14.95 a quart. And the T30 Select from Ingersoll is over $25 a quart now. So we have we've been changing a lot of customers over to Ham's oil from T30 Select.
Is that once they're out of warranty?
Yes, very good question, Bill. Till they're out of warranty, you must use the T30 Select, or Well, quite frankly, there's not a lot of warranty on Ingersolls because they're a very good machine. But if you don't use their oil, it's only a 1-year warranty. If you use T30 Select, Ingersoll gives you a 2nd-year warranty on the pumps if you're using their oil. But your oil isn't any better than this, but what you're doing with that $10 a quart is buying that warranty.
While you're doing that, I'm going to zero in on this little arrow down here for Bob. It says, notice, air receiver drain, open wide drain water daily.
Daily.
Wow.
Okay, we're done filling this up. It's to the top of the threads in the oil fill hole. There's a couple other things we're going to do here. We're going to take the custom designed specialty oil drain bucket down and set it out of the way. We're going to check. We're going to take a nice slender screwdriver.
We're going to check the belts.
We're going to check the belts.
Wow, you can't be the Mrs. Compressor Guru and not know that after a while.
That belt's just tight enough.
Do it again. Because I want some spring to it, but I don't want very much.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Bob, would you like to tighten the belts? Okay, that's a good idea. I'm going to need a pry bar. I didn't think we were going to have to do that.
What are you gonna pry against?
We had a 2x4 that we could put against here, and another one we could pry that way. Let me start loosening up some bolts. That goes in the back of it. Bob, I need to screw in labor. Yes, that chair. Yep. Now we're twisting bolts.
Why are you loosening these bolts?
We're going to adjust that belt.
And you have to move this out of the way?
This is how you adjust the belt.
Oh.
And the reason I got that long extension in that Ingersoll, because I can't go straight down on those.
I see.
So you know.
I think I do.
I know you're pushing the motor, but you're pushing on the belt guard. Okay. I'm going to let you push that, and I'm going to tighten one. I'm going to tighten one thing here. Okay, now. Right there.
I'm applying exactly 305 pounds of pressure.
What do you weigh, Bob?
305.
Oh, okay. So what do you think of my post shutdown or lockdown haircut, Bob?
I like it.
I do too. I was getting to be a hippie in my hair.
Okay, you ready to tighten it?
I did tighten it. Wait, Bob. Wait. Okay, tight.
Ready?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
Baby.
Let go. Let go.
I am.
Okay, move your board. That's much better. Now, what we're going to do, we want to pull the motor straight. So I'm going to stick this in here, and I'm going to pry. Actually, I'll stick it in right there, and I'm going to pry, and then we'll tighten the other side, and that way the motor won't be, because we already pulled on it. It's going to
straight.
Yep. So you want to tighten that one there, and it'll stay there.
You ready?
Yep. You might have to put your finger on it underneath. Okay. There. That's the tune we like to hear. It's a song of the people. I'll let you get the other one. You're just going gangbusters.
Normally, the guru doesn't have the owner of the place do all these things, but since you really wanted to do it, Bob.
I'm going to take up woodworking just to compete with you now. Okay.
Here, give me a screwdriver. Let me feel how thick this special is.
It's behind you.
It's on the floor. I'll get it.
I got it.
I didn't want to like kiss your butt to get it.
Yeah.
So it's basically like an alternator belt on a modern vehicle.
About a half-inch of deflection with 15 pounds of pressure.
Oh, you have one of those gauges
Yeah.
built into you too?
Yeah.
Okay. Actually, I have one of those gauges, but nobody understands what it is, so I don't need to bring it out. Okay. So we're going to drain this the rest of the way down. You have another.
We gon' ride, we gon' ride, we gon' ride, ride. We gon' ride, we gon' ride tonight. We gon' ride, ride.
We got
We've changed the oil, we tightened the belts, we've drained the tank to 0. And what we're going to do is we're going to turn it on, and we're going to see how long it takes to get from 0 to kickoff. Now, when they originally tested this machine, it would pump from 0 to 175 in 7 minutes and 19 seconds. And they changed the fluid on 6/18 some year because they taped over the thing, and when you moved the tape, the year disappeared. So that's pretty old tape. We'll just let it fly in the wind. Anyway, when I flip the switch on, we're going to see how long it takes from 0 to wherever it kicks off and see how it compares to that 719.
deep, taking up the whole street, can't nobody sleep. Call the police, it's a lot of noise. Here they come, doing willies, it's them biker boys. Doing stoppies, burning rubbers on the drag strip. Settle up, y'all, time to take a trip from the Lone Star State to Cali, Apple Valley. Then we headed to the niggas rally. That's where all the tight bikes go. So we praying for
527 from 0 to just short of 150. But that 527 for 150 is a good number. We've changed the oil, we've changed the filter, we tightened the belt, we blew it off, we scolded Bob. We even weighed the filter because the filter looked so bad.
We greased it.
We greased it. And Bob made a confession off camera that he didn't know it was ever to be greased. So if anybody's interested, I generally would line up a bunch of these service calls to service 5 and 10 horsepowers, and I would charge $100 or $110 for this service. when we'd run a special and put a bunch of them together. So we would have $35, $38 between oil and a filter, and the rest is profit, but you also have to get where you want to go. That all being said, if we only had to go 5 miles down the road to get to the next one, we don't lose a lot in travel time. Just some of the economics of doing this kind of work. We do get paid for sitting around a lot waiting for a compressor to cycle. So that does make life good. It's really hot. We're in a heat wave in middle July when we're taping this. I'm wore out and we're calling it a day. This is the Compressor Guru. Please like and subscribe, and we'll be back again. If you have any comments, leave them below. If you have any suggestions for other episodes or questions about this one, leave them in the comments. Thank you. Have a great day.
If you wondered about the fan and background noise and the sweat in this episode, that was recorded on the hottest, most humid day of the year. Bud and Bob have a lot of extra insulation, so just like air compressors, heat is not their friend. Thank you for watching this episode of The Compressor Guru. Please hit like and subscribe and use the notify bell so you will know when the next new episode is released from The Compressor Guru. God bless you and have a great day.